Dónall Dempsey.
We're just back from Paris, so I'd just like to say a nice big hi to Emily and Jason who made Paris lit up such a fun event. If you ever go there, that's the place to go to. This is called a delightful little ditty called Autopsy. You made the opening incision with almost clinical precision. Took the heart out, found it wanting. Took the top off the head, removed the mind. What exactly was it you expected to find? I looked at you with dead eyes that said, it wouldn't have hurt half as much if you'd only waited till I was dead. This is called Preserve. It should be called Notes on How to Make a Baby, but I'll go by its original title, Preserve. Tongues stained with blackberries, we collect kisses, falling into ditches, being stung by nettles. Your dress snags on a briar and you cry out in mock horror. I cut my way through the tangle of thorns as if I were your prince. Charming me, you undo your buttons as you step out of your dress, as if you were stepping out of yourself. Your dress hangs like a chrysalis. You let down your golden hair and we make love then and there, a tractor and some cows go by. We laugh and try to hide. The sun beats down on my bum. We giggle and come. Return to the big old dirty town and turn our blackberry picking days into luscious winter jam. Thank you. Not work with everybody, but work with me. I was just about to go on stage to read this poem. It's called I Feel Pretty, Oh So Pretty. And just as I got up on stage, the MC said, I'd like everybody to tell us the genesis of the poem. And I thought, oh no. Because the genesis of this poem is trodden upon testicles. Sean, have you ever had your testicles trodden upon fiercely? No. Is there anybody in the audience prepared to admit that they've had their testicles trodden on? Oh, at last, a real man. You're not a real man until you had your testicles trodden upon. So, my little girl Tilly used to come into us at about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and you just used to bomb into bed like that, and we were just a fleshy mass of landscapes, so female and male bits intertwined. And she'd land on my wife's left breast or on my right testicle. You wake up sharpish when that happens to you. This has got nothing to do about that. This is a time when Tilly is going to come in at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning and we've been to a cocktail party, darling, and we're very hungover. And this is the effect. It's called I Feel Pretty. Oh, so pretty. I awake, covered in glorious glitter, smelling strongly of PVC glue, sticking to my cheek, very hungover, and covered with blue, orange, yellow feathers. A bubble recently blown perched upon my nose, I still half comatose. Tiny bubbles travel amongst my curls, as through a bigger bubble brightly, nestling neatly over my right eye, I observe my tiny daughter purse her lips and kiss more bubbles into being. Tilly! I force my lips, still frozen in sleep, to somehow speak. What you do? See, even my syntax and sentence structuring is shot. She smiles sweetly. I'm prettying you. This is our new anthology. Graham, you're in this, aren't you? Mm-hmm. As it so happens. I'm in it because I slept with the editor for 6 years. I don't know what Graham did to get into it. I don't want to know Graham. Don't want to break a nice friendship. It's about my uncle, Uncle Michael, who taught me the world when I was tiny. And my aunt used to always say to him, will you stop filling the child's head with nonsense? Can't you see he believes every fucking thing you say? And I did. I thought he was wondrous. And he'd just make up the most ridiculous, sublime, surreal stuff to explain what the natural world before me. So it was great fun altogether. So this is a love poem for my uncle, because he never got a love poem. It's called Singing the River. Walking with my uncle was never the ordinary process of perambulation in order to get from point A to point C. We would sing our way west into the field as if to tame it, soothe it with sound. And carried down the heat is brown, we'd sing to it. The clouds are dark o'er Ardnally, the grass listening with its 1,000 ears, and the field would swoon and fall down to the river at its border, which, as it happened, was the real-life river of the song, that kissed the slumbering owner breeze, as if he had sung it into existence. And we would roll ourselves down over and over until we arrived in its dizzy waters, dangling our toes in pure song. And now, with a quick uncle wink, let's walk home backwards. And backwards home we'd go, just for the laugh of it, the yes of it. Confusing cows and a few scattered clouds, trees and hedges tiptoeing away from us. The 5-bar gate with the sweetest, wildest strawberries at its feet, proclaiming, is it mad you are, or what? And the next day, off we'd go, walking eyes closed in a darkness of our own making, to sing its song to the river chuckling over stones to itself. And the next day would be backwards with eyes closed, led along by our own laughter and the odd mystified moo. Farewell, we'd tell the sleepy river, farewell, leaving it dreaming in the sunset. Shh, shush their footsteps, shushes walking backwards. When Dónall swore, I-or, he'd part no more, a storm McCree. Right, second last poem. This is a haiku called New Dog, Old Tricks. It was my daughter's 3rd year of being herself, and we had 40 little peers proclaiming this fact, and they were going absolutely mad in the next room. So I decided I'd better go in and see what the hell they're doing. And I went to approach the door, and as I put my hand on the knob, the sound cut, just like a cicada. And I was even more worried by the silence. And just when I made up my mind to turn that handle and open the door opened, slapped me in the face, and I got stampeded by 40 little feet. And basically, they said this poem to me. So it's called New Dog, Old Tricks. The dog's in the loo! We was teaching him to pee! And he just fell in. My wife and I longed to have a baby, and though we had great fun practicing having a baby, no baby was as yet materialized. And we went for test after the test, and we'd only one last one. This is probably too much information, Sean. See whether the fallopian tubes were cleared. So we went for this last final test that would put us in the clear for a baby, and it was cancelled for 6 months. And then we went for the next one, and it was cancelled for 6 months. About a year and a half of defective test, and we fell pregnant all by ourselves. Yeah. Don't ask me how I done it. And my wife was Finnish, and when she became pregnant, I used to sleep down by her belly, and I used to sing melodies and snatches of old Irish songs and scraps of Irish, which I don't know very well, and sort of stitched them together in a patchwork quilt of sound. And my wife used to say, I don't know what you're saying, but keep doing that because it's... And she'd fall asleep. That's the effect I have on women, they just fall asleep. Hold on, excuse me. It's okay, I got her back again. Oh. So, this is half in Irish, half in English. I'll translate as I go along. Unless you want to try to do the Irish bit, Sean? You understand Irish?
Fine.
Sean, your name is Sean, for God's sake.
Sorry, Dom.
This is called Oscailga, which indeed means in Irish. Dún the Sula, close your eyes. Cuddle go law my grasiv. Sleep until day, my gentle love. Cuddle go sov. Sleep peacefully, peacefully. I wrote gan Gaelic shaw is rocky gan green shafi. This moon will rise, this sun will set. Aragus gra I goni. Care and love always. Got ihas, got laws, got iha. Every night, every day, every night. My plurine, my moorine, my storine, my little flower, my little treasure, my little darling. Ach nish, but now cuddle gasov, gasiv, sleep peacefully, gently, go fáinne and lay until the break of day, le misha or the tave, with me at your side. Losing our baby late into the night, holding this little thing that only attempted to be human. Unable to let go, I clasped the fetus tightly in my hand and buried it in the dawn of our local park under a recently planted red rose bush. In my grief, flower and baby became one, and night after night I climbed over high railings and even higher stars to talk to her in the dark in Irish, or sing "My love is like a red, red rose," or cry. Almost got arrested one night by an Irish cop, drawn to the sound of Irish emerging from the darkness. Guess he let me go because it wouldn't look good on a charge sheet. The defendant was talking and crying to a flower in Irish. Éist, éist, listen, listen. Dinna éigean ag cíne, someone is crying in the Durgason, in his darkness. Phil, Phil Aruno, oh, Phil Aruno is na imi Phil Arun a kushla sto, oh, the stiffit to an glor, Auckland.
Thank you.